At some point in our lives, we have all played with toys, and we maybe still play with our child, family and friends. Why am I telling you this? Because for all the products on this table, and for most of the products we use in our daily life, there are standards behind setting the safety requirements for your protection, making sure they are of good quality, easy to handle and meet your expectation. And this is my job at CEN and CENELEC. My name is Claire Dallier and I'm project manager in charge of the consumer sector. The consumer sector is a major area of activity for CEN and CENELEC, with nearly 30 technical committees working in developing product safety standards, ranging from childcare articles to toys, furniture, lighters, playground equipment, cycles, just to name a few. In Europe, we have a solid protection framework, and that's why most of our work is in support of the legislation. In support of the General Product Safety Directive, with 20 active mandates at CEN and CENELEC, but also sector-specific for the Toy Safety Directive or the Personal Protective Equipment Regulation. But we also work globally with ISO, the International Standardization Organization, in areas such like textile, good sports and footwear, which leads to the publication of identical European and international standards. So why is that important? For the consumer, when we buy new clothes, new devices, we expect this to be safe. So standards ensure your protection, especially for the most vulnerable people, like all our children. For the industry, standards facilitate trade and market access, with one standard replacing 34 national standards, so it benefits all stakeholders. And we work also toward the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals. In the consumer sector, especially the SDG 3 about good health and well-being, it's about limiting the chemical risk and the illnesses and death. Standardization activities in 2023 will focus especially on enhancing the safety of toys. The first standards for toys was developed in 1979, and since we have progressively updated and developed other standards covering different types of toys, technology, new risk, and also be up to date with new requirements in legislation. Next year, CEN, CENELEC, their stakeholders and the European Commission have agreed on a future standardization work in the area of safety of toys. So this will be achieved by the revision of the EN 71 series for safety of toys and the development of 5 new harmonized standards to test for the presence of chemicals in certain types of toys. So by this, we aim to protect the 80 million children in Europe. Besides product safety, our experts are working on more sustainable business models. So next year we should finalize the standardization work on the prevention of microplastics release from textile sources, in cooperation with ISO, the International Standard Organization. Microplastics pollution has been a serious and growing concern in Europe, especially for marine environment. So that's why having standards methods to assess the amount of microplastics from textile sources will help all stakeholders to make informed choices about which fabric, which fiber to use and which one are better for the environment. And this will contribute to the EU strategy for sustainable textiles.